March 8th, 2021. Welcome to Simple Man Radio. It's Bobby and Danny. Snacks isn't here. He said he woke up this morning with like a really bad pain in his ear, and I guess he's going to the ER. Maybe I should not be sharing this, but I think he has a roach in his ear. Like, you know, his brother said the same thing apparently. I think I'm just guessing. Like, this is not based on anything. But have you ever seen the roach in ear videos?
No, but I don't want to.
They're pretty gnarly. I mean, bugs will go into your ears when you're asleep. It's kind of crazy.
And that's like my worst fear is those bugs just crawling in my ears.
I know. And then like I made the joke to Snacks about it, and I was like, like, you know, you get a he said if I get called in soon, I'll try and join. Stay on the lookout. Anyway, so I guess he is at the hospital. But it happens. And then I was thinking about it. It was like, oh God, if I had a bug in my ear, that would suck. But I do clean my ears pretty regularly. I don't know if that has anything to do with it though.
I don't think, because I feel like the bugs just want to go in there because it's probably like warmer in there than it is on the outside.
Oh, that worries me. Like,
I'm just more concerned that it's like, I thought you were just joking when you said it, but then you said his brother also is thinking the same thing. I'm like, excuse me. So like,
well, why would your ear just randomly stop hurting? How to prevent bugs from your ear? Oh, that says war. How to prevent bugs from entering your ear? Oh, this is how to get it out. I don't think you can prevent it. People also ask, can a bug crawl in your ear to your brain? What can I do if an insect enters my ear? What insect can live in your ear? What does a bug in your ear mean? So, I mean, that sucks.
Dude, that really sucks. Those are just like, oh God, I hope that's not the case.
If he does, he better have a video. So that's next. If there is a bug in your ear, we need a video.
He's watching Simple Man Radio while in the hospital bed right now.
He better be. He better be. And we'll post the video of the Simple Man Radio if he does. So sorry we haven't been on recently. I'm trying to figure out a way to do it because switching the host every day, it's just kind of like
trying to point at you.
Oh, you're pointing at the other way though.
Yeah, I know. It life's hard. I was like trying to point at you. I was like, no, that's him. But I'm like, no, I'm still pointing at the wall.
Friday we were gonna do it. But my truck literally broke down. So there's nothing I could do. So
should have done it from the truck.
But I was getting it like taken care of. But that would have been a good show. If we tried doing that. So couldn't do it Friday. But I did put an episode out Friday. Did you listen to it, Danny?
I didn't even know you put an episode out Friday.
Are you subscribed on iTunes?
I don't think I am. Bad guy move on my end. Not supporting the show.
But I'll wait till we get Snacks back on the show. But we got a pretty good amount of Simple Man Radio reviews on the Chris Rose rotation.
Really?
I think we got at least 10. And like since we rebooted it, we've gotten like 2 on Simple Man Radio itself. And we've gotten 3, and one was like a 3-star. So, it's we're really doing Chris Rose well.
We got you, Chris Rose. Don't worry.
Have you ever heard the song "Rico's Story" by the Speaker Knockers?
No, I haven't.
It's like a 9-minute song, so I just posted that song on Friday night just to keep the feed live. That way, if John Boy Media went and looked at it, and like, oh, they put out an episode on Friday.
It's just a 9-minute song. Today, you think they checked the live feed about this?
The live feed, no, but I bet you they do look at like the podcast numbers, you know. And then I don't have the song downloaded, so I bet you it. Like I've listened to it like 4 or 5 times. It might end up being our most downloaded episode. It might end up and part of that too is people probably stop subscribing after that. Like, what the hell is this?
Yeah, we're back. We're back now. At least for today.
Yeah, at least for today. NBA All-Star Game was last night. It sucked that it wasn't close, but I don't know if you saw like Steph and Dame shooting from half court. I don't get how they're good at that. Like, it's so far away. I just don't understand how they are good at stroking those shots. Like they were just making them. I think they shot over 50% from half court shots or like way out shots. Like I just don't understand how that those guys. I just like, have you ever shot a half court shot? Like I feel like you can get good at it if you're lined up like from the center. And like I actually won a half court contest in college. But it's like you line up in the center, and I literally would shoot from two hands, and I would spin the ball back evenly, and then most of the time you could like get a decent swish, or because you spin it back, you could get it in off the backboard. But even then, it's like 1 for like 8, you know. And the fact that they're just stroking threes from the half court line is nuts to me.
Yeah, like I've only seen a half court shot made like once in my life, like in person. It was like one of the final high school basketball games I went to before COVID. Like one of the my team kid just chucked it from like base. It wasn't even half court actually. It was like a full court, so it ruins the story. But drilled it. It was the most craziest thing I've seen in my life. But I just don't get how they make it so easy. Like how like I don't think I could do that. I don't think I could make that many half court shots if I had like 100 tries.
It's nuts. It's nuts. And one time I literally walked into the gym at high school, and I shot from the other free throw line and made it, which was pretty cool. And wasn't supposed to be in the gym. I was going to the bathroom for my other class, and I was like, "Oh!" And the PE teacher got mad at me. He's like, "Get the hell out of here!" You know, he's like get to what you're doing. And then once in a game, in JV basketball, there was like 4 seconds left in the half. I catch a rebound, dribble, and just chuck it and just sail it over the backboard. just get like the back door of the gym. So those are my full court shot. But I did win a halftime contest at St. Olaf. Won a $20 gift card to Dave & Buster's. Never used it because like when am I going to go to a Dave & Buster's?
Yeah. Have you ever seen that legendary video? It's like that kid, I think, at the Ohio State University who's wearing the hot dog outfit. And then the girl's like, "What's your name?" And he was like, "My name's whatever, but you can call me anytime." And then the guy like ran up, hit a half court shot. It was the most legendary video I've ever seen. The guy was so smooth with it.
That's funny. My favorite one, because remember there was like a trend of blindfolding somebody, having them shoot the shot and then acting like they won, and like there was a big prize if you did win. So that was like this huge thing. So then they get the JV basketball coach who was like a huge college basketball fan. And so they plan to do this prank on him. And they're like, if you make this shot, you win 4 tickets to the Final Four. And they blindfolded him, and they're going to prank him. And everyone in the gym celebrate like he made it, even though he didn't make it. Drains it. And they don't have the tickets.
Oh, my, no.
I think someone ended up like buying the tickets for him. But
could you imagine at that point?
Could you imagine the panic in that of the people who set that up? It's like, oh my god, he made it. It's like in semi-pro when the homeless guy makes the court from the shot from the other free throw line. I was blown away on that.
Yeah, but yeah. Sorry, I was just texting someone. But I just love that they were just shooting. They were just like just taking random shots. Zion Williamson, why couldn't he hit a dunk if it's like life dependent?
I don't know. I love Zion though. People are starting to like not like Zion because everybody because he's getting boosted up, because he's supposed to be like the next guy. So now people like NBA fans are like, I don't know why people like Zion. It's like because he's an exciting player. Like that's why they like Zion. It's like I can't stand when NBA fans get mad at people for liking somebody. I'm like, they don't post enough about this guy. It's like, yeah, because he plays, for the Sacramento Kings. That's why. Though no one cares. It's like
if your name's not Zion Williamson, LeBron James, ESPN just doesn't really care about
or Alex Caruso. People will get mad. Like, they posted another Alex Caruso video. It's like, yeah, because he's white, balding, short, and can dunk. Like, that's always going to get interaction on social media.
That's my dream right there.
And then I saw Knicks fans were pretty pissed off at the dunk contest because the Anthony Jennings guy, the guy who won, he tried to kiss the rim. I don't know if you saw it, Dan, but he missed. But they still let him win. And I Talking Knicks actually had a funny tweet this morning. It's like, had a bad dream that last night Anthony made a duck face at the rim and won the dunk contest over Obi Toppin. But Obi Toppin's dunk wasn't that great either, though.
I
It
mean,
was
like,
kind of a
yeah,
lame dunk contest,
it was
basically.
like the one he jumped over Randall, right?
Yeah, yeah. Which that was a good dunk, but that
It it was good, but who jumped over Taco Falls? Because
who
someone
was
did.
that?
Was that Aaron Gordon?
Was it? Jump over
Because
Taco Fall.
I know that. How many attempts did it take Toppin? One.
No, two. Yeah, it was
Okay.
Aaron Gordon.
Yeah, I know Gordon didn't do it the first try, maybe not even the second try, but he jumped over Taco. I'm like 99% confident he jumped over Taco Falls. That's just you can't beat jumping over Taco Falls.
Yeah, Aaron Gordon's a great dunk contest
And Knicks fans,
competitor.
if that's considered robbery, then what happened to Aaron Gordon 2 years ago or last year, whatever it was? That was just a heist.
Yeah, yeah. They Dwayne Wade still gets roasted for that. Um, I don't know what they can do to make the dunk contest better. It's part of it is like we've seen everything, but also I think a big reason that it sucked last night is you got to have the crowd into it. The crowd 100% has an impact, and it was just like dunk, and it's like everyone's just like there's a little like rabble. Like the crowd is so important to like get you hyped up. It really does make a difference. It's why Blake Griffin won. Our NBA TV was playing like old dunk contests, and the Blake Griffin one that wasn't the best dunk, but everyone was just hyped up because the crowd was so pumped up for it, and then the jumping over the hood of the car, like that wasn't a good dunk by Blake Griffin, but the theatrics and the crowd being so amped to see Blake Griffin dunk made it that.
It's the crowd. What I learned recently makes so many sporting events like what they are. Like baseball was at times dreadful when there's literally no one in the stands. It was just dead silence. And the dunk contest, they need a crowd 3-point contest. So hopefully they can get the fans back next year. But the fans do make a difference in an event like that.
Yeah, I mean, and you got to have one name in there too. Like I get they're trying to like bring in new people and stuff and highlight younger players. But when you have one name in there, it's everyone's buzzing about it. Where it's instead of like who's this guy, everyone's like it's the one name they're looking for, and then it's like oh who are these guys like what I don't know. I feel like there's like whenever there's a name in it, we always remember it. Dwight Howard, Blake Griffin, Jason Richardson, Vince Carter. Like those are the dunk contests everybody remembers because those guys were good players that everyone already knew.
Yeah, and like I only knew Obi Toppin, I believe, last night. Unless there's someone else I'm forgetting that was in the dunk contest, but Obi Toppin was like the only name that like I could tell you on the top of my head.
I knew Anthony, but that was just because every time they play the Magic, they talk about how he's from Orlando. Like that's the only reason I knew who he was.
Who did you play for again?
The Trailblazers.
Okay.
So like I'll watch the Magic games on local TV, and so every time they play there, like the broadcast just talks about he actually is from Orlando. So that's the only reason I knew who he was. The other guy, Cassius Stanley, I think it was. I didn't know who he was, and then obviously I knew Obi Toppin, which Obi Toppin would have been a name even if he wasn't on the Knicks because he was such a big dunker in college at Dayton. So
yeah.
I was rewatching the dunk contest, and it was so crazy. Like Mason Plumlee was in a dunk contest. Like,
Dude,
why did they ever do that?
Yeah, why was Mason Plumlee in the? And he just really let Brooklyn down.
I know that. Even like I was a Nets fan, and I was rooting for him. But I was like, I can't get excited about Mason Plumlee in a dunk contest.
Yeah, and he just sucked.
I know
he sucked so bad.
He was like tall and didn't do anything cool. It was such a weird like. Why did this guy get in the dunk contest?
He like did like a spin, and then Reggie Miller was like, "Oh, okay, like, that's it."
Yeah, I know. But I didn't hate the dunk contest. Here's something I thought was funny. Shaq cracks me up, dude. Like he just doesn't know. So if you lived under a rock, they were trying to promote HBCUs. I think I'm going to go to one now. So there's so much promotion. I'm gonna go to HBCU college now.
Going back to college.
But Shaq goes. He's trying to like pump them up, and he totally trashes the HBCUs. He goes, "People don't know this, but I couldn't pass biology at LSU, so I cross-transferred to Southern and went there." And everyone's like, You're not like that's not helping.
So he's saying that like if you're just struggling at college,
You're like basically like saying it was an easy pass, and then Kenny Smith is like looking at him like he's stupid, and Shaq's like, you don't may not believe me, but ask my boy. That's a true story. He's like, I believe you, but he's like, that HBCU wasn't giving you no easy pass either, but it was like they did. Like, I thought that was the funniest thing in the world. Whenever stuff happens like that, I'll look up that like I just Twitter search Shaq and look for what people are saying because this stuff is the funniest stuff in the world.
That's so funny, and like I know Shaq was probably thinking he was doing something, and they're probably just like, Shaq, what the hell are you doing?
I know. It's like, dude, that's literally the opposite of what we're trying to do.
You're like, Shaq, damn it.
I don't know. I just thought that was hilarious.
Shaq's a national treasure.
Yeah, I was watching a little bit of their like little like movie or like mini docu series, which I watched the mini doc on Netflix, Murder with the Mormons. And then halfway through, I realized like, oh, I've seen this on Forensic Files. So I was like, I know what's going to happen. I was like, oh, I know who the bomber is. I was like, I've seen this on Forensic Files. He accidentally bombs his own self in his car.
Did you watch
a lot more information than a 30-minute Forensic Files episode.
Did you watch the Aaron Hernandez documentary on Netflix?
Yeah.
That was so
I hated
crazy.
it.
You're really?
I hated their like they tried to like almost like excuse his behavior.
Yeah, I guess that's fair.
Where it was he murdered these people because he was gay. It's like those two don't go together.
No, yeah, they try to make Aaron Hernandez seem human and like blame it all on like football, and maybe football, like the whole brain injuries had something
Hernandez
to do with him.
Hernandez was always a gangbanger. It wasn't like
that is true.
It wasn't like he got concussions and then became a gangbanger. Like Hernandez always was like that, So
yeah.
So it was just like, I don't know. Where it's like, you know what? There's a lot of other people who are in the closet who aren't out there murdering people. It's like I get the but it doesn't explain it away. Okay, like he is on another level than majority of people. Like he's a savage.
I guess speaking of gangbangers, like Griffin's a Brooklyn Nets somehow.
Gang. I don't know. I'm telling myself to not get excited because he wasn't good, but he's barely played. And my hope is like he just hated playing for the Pistons, which I get,
Who wouldn't?
So it's a why not move, but I'm just like it doesn't hurt. Like there's no reason for the Nets to not do it, but I don't know what my expectations are going to be. He hasn't dunked in a game in like a year and a half.
Yeah, I know that's wild to me. I was like, what do you mean he hasn't dunked in it? He just forget how to dunk. It's all he did in LA.
He's just lost his his knees are screwing him. But he's a much better basketball player than like the Blake Griffin like he became a really good shooter, passer. So he's like, so we don't even need him to do that. So, you know what I mean? It's like we don't need any like a ton out of him.
Yeah.
Where it's like we just want to play him when we got Kyrie, Harden, Joe Harris, KD, and then Blake Griffin could be like the 5 for 15 minutes, like give him 2 like 7-8 minutes spurts.
Yeah, he's wearing number 2, and he'll be making $1.2 million for the remainder of the season, so not that bad.
Yeah, it's the vet minimum. I like it, especially because it looks like Andre Drummond is not going to happen for the Nets. Which I was. It doesn't seem like that's going to happen.
Were you on the Andre Drummond hype train?
Yeah, because he would have been the perfect fit. I felt like for the Nets. Like
and Blake's just gonna be off the bench. Blake's just a bench player.
Yeah, and somebody in my replies made a good point. It's like we're not going to get anybody who's going to stop Embiid or Anthony Davis, who are going to be like those real deal, like they're just going to defend those guys and stop them. But it's like Blake Griffin is another body you can throw at those guys to defend them, and he gives you more offensively than an Andre Drummond or Nick Claxton or whatever. Even though Nick Claxton, I like Nick Claxton. So
yeah, but clearly, it's KD and Kyrie signed off on the deal, mainly KD, I guess. So
yeah. That's a lot of. I mean, that's a great if I know Blake isn't the same player, but Kyrie, Harden, and KD are essentially in their prime. And then you add a Blake Griffin. Like that's a crazy lineup. Like to think about. Like how like Blake Griffin was an awesome player.
Yeah, like if Blake Griffin was in his prime, who could stop Brooklyn? Who?
No one's gonna stop Brooklyn now, baby. I love it. So I mean, I am so excited. It's like we are guaranteed to go to the Eastern Conference Finals, basically. I'm pretty confident we're going to beat the Sixers, and then it's like the Lakers are on our way. It's like LeBron has always struggled against like the 3-star teams, so I'm not like I don't like the Lakers. The Lakers don't strike fear into me as a Nets fan at all. I think they're our most worthy, opponent. They have the big men. They have some things that are our weaknesses. They, obviously LeBron is LeBron. But I don't fear the Lakers at all. Like I don't like Cavs fans going into those series against the Warriors when they had KD, where it's like I don't know if we could beat this team. I obviously I'll be nervous, but I have no fear of the Lakers.
I mean, if Davis is healthy, then that's where like they're at their best. But if they don't have him, then like
if they don't have Anthony Davis, we're gonna win. Like I don't even know if they'll make the finals.
That's true.
So I'm excited. Other news: Sister Jean is back in the tournament, and that makes the tournament so much more exciting. Like it really does. Sister Jean is a celebrity.
We're all just screwed. She ruined every single bracket in 2018. Was it 2019?
It was 2018. It was actually the first couple episodes of Simple Man Radio were during March Madness, so there's a lot of Sister Jean talk.
Yeah, she back in the day. Screwed everyone. Her and that damn Loyola of Chicago. When I found out she's still chugging along, I'm like, that's a legend right there.
When I saw that tweet last night, I was like, oh, she's still alive. I wonder if they're going to let her into the tournament though, because I don't like. What are they going to be doing with fans and stuff? Are there going to be any fans at the tournament?
Oh yeah, there's fans going to be at the tournament. The NCAA announced that.
Oh, they did.
And I think Sister Jean is like, even if they weren't allowed fans, Sister Jean's one of those type of people that like she's such like an icon of the tournament now. So if she wants to go, they will let her in.
25% of you remember Ricky Wagrin? He went to that college, so he he knew like Sister Jean.
Oh, so he like damn! Imagine knowing Sister Jean. That must be quite cool.
She's a star.
Love Sister Jean. You doing a John Boy Media League? I guess again this year.
Did we do that last year?
I thought you
I'll
did.
probably make a Talking Giants one.
I'm down.
And we'll put up some type of we'll do a T-shirt prize, and then. See, I don't like doing the money thing because then I got to handle everybody's money.
Yeah, I say like just do like a T-shirt prize.
We'll do a T-shirt, and then like second and third place we'll get second place will get
a magnet.
Yeah, or like a coffee mug, and then third place gets magnets and stickers. That's actually what we're gonna be doing.
Yeah, like we don't need like money on this one.
Selection Sunday is next week, right?
It's this week. This Sunday.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
But Saturday night you got the so many just championship games. Big East tournament starts this week. Love the Big East tournament.
Yeah, Big East tournament is great. Obviously, it's not what it used to be. Yeah. There was one year I picked an all Big East Final Four. I think it was the year I actually won that year because I picked Kemba and UConn to win. I actually started out I remember at the St. Olaf one I didn't win, but I took third place, and I started out after the first week and I was in dead last. And then because I was like one of the only people to pick, I was like one of 3 people to pick UConn. I ended up taking third place.
I went to the Big East tournament in 2019. I saw he's on the Grizzly now, but it was that Marquette point guard.
Oh, John Morant.
John Morant. He's just so fun to watch.
He was
and Villanova's they've lost a lot of players' injuries. They lost like a big senior, and they had I'm not sure if you watched the Villanova Providence game over the week. You probably didn't because you don't get that. But this player's ankle got stepped on. It was brutal, absolutely brutal.
I really don't get into college basketball until literally this week. I'll have some tourney games on. Are the Gators aren't making the tournament, are they? They're 13-8 right now, so probably not.
Yeah, unless they win the SEC, then I don't see any way they do.
Yeah, that's their first tourney games or SEC tournament game is on Thursday. What about Miami? Miami.
I think they play one. Oh God, Wednesday, Tuesday.
I know
Tuesday.
Duke isn't going to make it this year.
They play. Oh, they're 8-16. They play Pitt.
Oh wow, they're the 13th seed in the ACC. They're not making it. What other teams can I root for that I like? What about Florida Gulf Coast?
Do you want the Duke in the tournament? They gotta.
I don't like Duke, but I like that. I like when they're. I don't like that they're missing out on the tournament. You know, like that sucks. But I'm not a Duke fan.
But oh my God, I just noticed like Oklahoma, their first tournament game is against 2-21 Iowa State.
Nice, Iowa State.
Great job, Iowa State.
So you know what? On Friday or maybe on Monday, you know what? That's something we'll do. Monday we'll go through the bracket on this show, and we'll we won't maybe not fill out our total brackets, but we'll talk through it, and then I'll give the team I'm rooting for. So
yeah,
maybe I'll just root for Loyola Chicago.
Nothing wrong with rooting for Loyola Chicago.
Dude, so did you see my potato cannon videos?
Yeah, I did.
Dude, those are so fun. They're the funnest thing ever. And you see the one where we dented my brother's laundry room?
Yeah, I was like, oh my God.
My youngest brother, he is like he'll mess around with us, but he's pretty tame. And then I like to screw around, but it's also like let's not get ourselves in like real trouble, you know? Like, let's make sure that we're not going to get in real trouble for this. My middle brother takes it and shoots it straight up in the air. And this is in his backyard. And it starts going towards the street. And I just I was like, you're so, like, as it's in the air, I was like, you're so dumb. I like ran inside his house. I'm like, I'm not getting in trouble for this. Because I thought I was going to hit like one, a neighbor's car, which it landed like 10 feet away from a neighbor's car. And then two, it's like, what if that hits somebody? What if someone's out walking on the street and hitting somebody? That's you go to jail for that type of stuff, you know? And I'm sure the law considers like the potato cannon as like some type of illegal like they probably don't like oh, that's just some people making a cool toy. They probably view that as like something that's illegal.
Yeah, or not even like if it hits someone, then at that point it becomes like
oh yeah, if it hits somebody, oh yeah, I mean that's battery. Like that's battery.
Just imagine explaining that to someone. Yeah, I got whacked by a potato gun.
It's so annoying. And then here, I'll show you. Let me pull up some of the videos. I was like, dude, you're out of your mind.
Isn't that most people in Florida? That's the motto they live by.
Oh, this is okay. So I cut the video off because I literally went to go walk inside, but this is when he shoots it straight up in the air.
That's going the wrong fucking way. You're a fucking ass.
That's going the wrong fucking way. Just like the pure fear.
That's going the wrong fucking way. You're a fucking ass.
And then you see in the video go
just like the complete change attitude. That's going the wrong fucking way.
And then we found a rabbit.
Oh, don't tell me.
No, we were clearing out his backyard and stuff.
Oh.
We found a rabbit. We were thinking about keeping it.
Oh, that always ends well.
And then he does this because he knows like we're already pissed off at him. So this is what he does.
That's a lot of spray. You didn't put that much in there last time.
Oh, that's not it. Where's the one that
doesn't it get?
Maybe it's this one. Oh yeah, you can see the grin on his face. He turns around and shoots it.
Just like he knew what he was gonna do the moment that thing got loaded.
Now, luckily, the street is pretty far away, so it could make it there, but it wouldn't. But then there's just a random piece of property, so we weren't. That one didn't stress me, but it's also like, dude, like.
I like you. I like you. Oh my god.
You watch the smile on his face.
Oh, he's so happy to pull this one off.
Oh my god.
I think that was the last one we did. Was that one?
Oh my god! Like loving the potato cannon.
It really is a fun toy. It's so easy to make. You just need the right PVC, um, a a an igniter for a grill, and some hairspray and potatoes. I felt like such an idiot. I literally went to Publix and I'm in the checkout line with a can of hairspray and a bag of potatoes.
That's great. They're probably like, what the hell is this guy doing?
That's like when you watch Forensic Files and they're trying to like figure out who it was and they're looking at people who bought those certain things. And then they like that would have been my Forensic Files. Like, here is seen in a Publix checkout line with a bag of potatoes and a can of hairspray.
What monstrosity is he up to?
Oh man, that would have been our Forensic Files. Like the suspect's brother here spotted with a bag of potatoes and hairspray. And shows video of me like looking for the biggest potatoes too.
What monstrosity is he up to today?
But the potato can is pretty fun. We'll have to do it.
Do we believe in incarcerated Bob still? What's our take on that?
It depends what he's saying. If he leaves himself out, I don't believe him. He blocked me, by the way, for no reason. I don't know why. I've always spoken highly of him.
We like incarcerated Bob.
I think it might have been maybe because he's feuded with John Boy Media. I don't know. But I've always given incarcerated Bob credit. I've said he's a dirtbag, but I say he's right.
You want me to read his most recent tweet?
Yeah, I'm going to look at it from the Simple Man Radio account.
Oh, so read it.
Let's see. I'm looking for it. Yeah, go for
it. Browns are once again open for business when it comes to OBJ.
Oh yeah, I think they are going to move on.
The only reason why I believe him is because he reported the Golden Tate news. He hinted at the Mets were going to fire Carlos Beltran before anyone else really considered that an option.
He had the Shermer's going to get fired and Gettleman is going to stay news.
And then what was the other one he did before that? I feel like he did something.
Golden Tate news is what introduced me to him.
So maybe it was the Golden Tate news.
Like that was when I was introduced into who got incarcerated Bob was the Golden Tate news.
Yeah.
But I know he's feuded with John Boy because John Boy had the Joe Girardi, signing.
Oh, yeah.
And then incarcerated Bob was on his he had like 1 million burner accounts. So he's like, but IB was the one who had this, and it's like, no, you left yourself an out. Like you said that it might happen. He's like, everyone could have said that in court. So John Boy was like, get off your burners.
Yeah. He didn't leave himself an out, but like it's just apparently according to Schefter, Tom Brady wants Odell in Tampa.
That'd be interesting because then that frees up Chris Godwin, where previously I was like the Bucs are not going to keep Chris Godwin, or they are going to keep Chris Godwin.
Yeah, I can't leave free agencies like next week. That's just wild to me.
I'm so ready for it, man.
I gotta start mentally training myself. I can't fall for these Adam Schefter accounts again.
That is funny. Maybe we should just do it on purpose this year. I remember reading that, and I was like, "Well, I saw the notification from you because I have notifications on for Talking Giants."
You're like, "Oh God, he fucked up."
Well, no, I immediately knew it wasn't real because I didn't have the notification from Schefter either, and I immediately went. I was like, "Oh God, he screwed it up."
Well, luckily, I got that one wrong because that would have been a god awful signing.
I know, because I was like, "Oh no."
Good thing it was wrong.
Yeah, that was a good one to be wrong. I'm just ready to do like my film breakdowns of the guys we signed, but I also think the Giants aren't going to be quick. I think they are going to be very I don't think they're going to be day one spenders this year.
Because like Blake Martinez signed late at night, if I remember correctly. It was around like 11, maybe midnight by the time Martinez signed.
And then he signed.
Yeah, I remember texting you guys saying Martinez signed. I don't remember when Bradbury did it.
Bradbury's probably around 5 or 6. Because I remember watching film as the sun was. It's crazy how like I remember the stuff. Like I remember watching film and stuff as the sun was going down.
Yeah, but he signed that day. He was like the first major.
He was our first signing in general. Was James Bradbury?
Could be worse.
The only day one signings I could see are Kenny Galladay or Bud Dupree. Anyone else I think would take after day one.
But here I am pushing this out here. Marvin Jones. I swear we're not talking about him enough. We're not. I'm sorry. We're just not. No one gives him. I tweeted that out. I literally got nothing. Not
How
even
old
like
is he?
he might he's either late 20s. That's the thing. He might be late 20s, early 30s. Let me find out. He's 30, so like
I mean, if they give him a 1-2 year deal, maybe.
I
But
like
he has
like
been consistently good, you know.
and that's the thing. Like he can play both outside and inside. So if he starts struggling on the outside, where he would start most likely, you can flip flop him and Shepard if need be. Since
It would
Shepard
feel
is
like Golden Tate all over again.
that's the
It?
thing. That's the one thing that I keep telling myself. Like this is basically the re-signing of Golden Tate. But Jones has showed something, and like over the cap has him maybe earning like a $9 million deal. So
It's also why I've always hated the like Matthew Stafford has it so bad in Detroit. It's like has he?
No.
He's had Marvin Jones, Kenny Galladay, Golden Tate, Cal. Like I feel like he's always had good weapons. In Detroit, maybe the offensive line hasn't been great, but it's like I've never been on the like Matthew Stafford has been wasted away. I was like I don't know. I think a lot of Matthew Stafford's stuff of his own doing. Like he has some of the craziest throws, but he also makes a lot of bad mistakes too.
Yeah. Oh, you remember last week when I said at least one of us are followed by a Nebraska Cornhuskers guy?
Yeah.
His name's Noah Stafrowski, I believe.
Noah.
His bio says Huskers O-line 23.
Noah. How do you pronounce the last name?
Stafurskey.
Oh, he's a football player.
According to his thing, unless he's lying to us.
I think he unfollowed me.
He
unfollowed me, but I know that person.
You know that person?
Class of 2023. All right, so he's young. We got some time on him.
We got time to prepare for this.
I think he's a Giants fan. He is a Giants fan.
Yeah, because he liked to talk Giants. Nico Collins draft profile.
Okay, I didn't realize that was a college athlete. Cool.
Oh, Skip Bayless. You want to talk about him?
Do you like Skip Bayless?
I mean, like he's a character. He gets under people's nerves, and I respect it. So he's doing his job.
Yeah, I don't mind Skip. It's like if you're expecting, it's all about expectations. You know, if you're expecting Skip to like break down like the best NBA like shooting guards, I don't think he's going to do it. What he is going to do is be funny. Like I every time Skip Bayless tweet has never gotten me mad. It's always just made me laugh every time. Like he's an entertainer.
Oh yeah, but I mean the one thing that confused me was it sounds like if he was brought back to ESPN, like they were just gonna have an ESPN Plus show. It wasn't even gonna be like on like they do like if they were gonna be like on Monday Night Football as like their main ESPN stay. But other than that, they were gonna be an ESPN Plus show.
Well, they're gonna have him on First Take too, I believe.
Oh, they were gonna get rid of Kellerman.
Yeah, which Stephen A. and Skip were gold. I mean, they were a match made in heaven. They really were. Because if you don't remember, first it was cold pizza, and it'd be it was Skip and Woody Page, and they would do the 1st and 10 thing. Like they would go back, they would debate like every couple seconds. Which cold pizza I thought was a pretty good morning show. And then it became First Take, but it wasn't Skip versus Stephen A. It was Skip versus everybody. They would bring in different people on different days to debate with Skip. And then Stephen A., they brought him on, and it's like, this works. And then Stephen A. ended up becoming the full time. Because Stephen A. was big in the early 2000s as like ESPN NBA guy. And then he went away, and then he came back with First Take. And then now he's, maybe the most important person at ESPN now.
Oh yeah, no, he's definitely the most important person. But what I was wondering is, so clearly, I'm guessing Stephen A.'s world was supposed to be like Skip and Stephen A. But then now Skip obviously returned to Fox. They're like, oh crap. Like,
I think it would have been. I think they would have done like a separate show, where they would have done First Take and that Skip show.
Yeah, they probably would have done something like that. And I mean, I don't mind Max Kellerman. Like he doesn't.
I don't
bother
like
me. I'm still concerned. Was he trying to be funny with that Iguodala joke? He's like, "Give me Iguodala."
Oh, he's the worst. I can't. The thing is when Max Kellerman isn't being he's trying to be Skip, and he's just not good at it. Like being that it really does take skill to be good at that and entertaining. And Max just isn't that. He's just annoying.
Yeah, and I mean, besides Stephen A, I don't like the first take. I can't say I'm overly fond. Like, I'm not a big fan of Molly Curran, whatever her name is.
I hadn't watched in years, and then now that I'm working from home, every once in a while it'll pop on my TV, but it's like I'm always doing something, so I'm never really listening. But I remember in like 2012 when I was doing I was living a very free life. I would watch them every day. It was my days would start with Skip and Stephen A.
Hey, you could start your days worse.
And I hated LeBron and I loved Tim Tebow. So like Skip was like my favorite person in the entire world.
Skip just was saying what you wanted to hear.
Oh yeah, I hated LeBron so much. It was brutal. So it was good TV. So you got anything else? And we can roll.
Trying to think. I mean, Blake Griffin, he's going to play on Thursday. The Mets are the best team in baseball, so no, I got nothing else.
I'm out on baseball for a little while. Let's get to the regular season.
Oh yeah, no, I don't. I only watched them last night because I was able to watch them.
I was going to go to the Mets spring training game yesterday, but one, tickets were $60 for a spring training game. Thank you, no, like sorry, not doing that. And then it's like you can only buy them in packs of 4.
Oh God, really? You can't even get like 2 or 1?
No, you couldn't get 2. So it's like, well, we're not going, you know.
Yeah, that's just stupid to have to do pods of 4.
Yeah, like there's plenty of room in that state, like to keep people like separated, and also be able to do packs of 2. You know.
Yeah, but they gotta do what they gotta do.
Justin asked if we talked about the Royal interview, which I actually wrote that. Actually, no, I forgot to write that down. I just didn't. I don't know anything about it, and I saw Justin doing his like, I'm not watching the All-Star game. You know, trying to make fun of an NBA All-Star game.
Yeah,
but I just
you watch the Prince Harry Meghan Markle drama.
Yeah, I don't even know what it's all about. And I could really care less.
Which might I say, the Markle girl is like, oh, like I didn't like royal life. It's like, why'd you marry someone into that family, you dummy?
Yeah, I see. I don't even know anything about it.
Use your head.
And I don't like Oprah at all either. So it was like a double whammy. It's like I am.
Oh wow, you don't like Oprah? That's
I
a
can't
hot take
stand
right
Oprah.
there. Whoa. So did you like the scene of Drake and Josh when they ran her over?
They did run her over. I watched a little bit of Drake and Josh.
It's a great show.
When I watched that, I probably wasn't like I probably had less of an opinion on Oprah. Have you ever watched her interview with Dave Chappelle? It really made me dislike her. So. It really made me dislike her. All right.
Really?
Yeah. Because she was like, you're not even listening to what he's saying.
That's fair.
And then the Lance Armstrong was the last time I even like listened to Oprah was the Lance Armstrong interview.
Yeah, I can't even say I watched last night.
Yeah. So that was the last time Oprah was ever like in front of my face was the Lance Armstrong interview. So all right, appreciate you guys. Screw Oprah and stay simple.